Lord Krishna had to answer Arjuna at two levels. One is, how does one get fulfillment in life in general, and plus how to deal with this given problem. He first starts with the fundamental problem of existence and he answers to that. Let's see what the verse is. न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्. In fact, he tells Arjuna that there was never a time that aham, I was not. Okay. There was never a time that all these janadipaha, all these kings were not there, and there was never a time that you were not there. So therefore, in fact, where is the question of death? And this is something which is a little bit shocking, because we think that we all have birth, we all know our birth dates, and each one in the past also is born at a given time and goes at a given time. So how can Lord Krishna says that there was no time that he was not there, and there is no time in the future that he is not going to be there? And also, not only because Lord Krishna was somebody special and therefore it is true for him, but he says it is equally true for all the kings and also for Arjuna. So we need to understand what is this nature of I. If we think that generally our belief is I am as good as the body and mind. And definitely when I think that I am as good as the body and mind, then body has a birth, then it is going to die one day, and as long as our identification is with that, we think that I am subject to birth and death. But now let us look at what is the relationship between I and the body. If I look at the body, every part of the body, in fact the whole world, can be divided in two. One is the subject and the other one is object. When it comes to the so-called outside world, I have no problem in seeing that everything is an object. But when it comes to the body, I think that it is I. But how true is this conclusion is what we have to see. The body is something which I objectify. The hand, the legs, and the condition of the hands and legs and your eyes, everything is something which is known to you. From the time of the birth to now, every cell has been changing. And after every 12 years, there is no cell which you had will remain in your body. So therefore, any body, any part of the body is something which is nothing. In fact, if you look at the body, what is it? It is blood, it is nerves. You know very well that the nerve is not you. You know that the blood is not you. You know the muscle is not you. You know the water which is in the body is not you. But how, when those things are put together, how does it become I? It cannot become I, because it is putting together of different objects. And ultimately, all these different objects that I talked about, whether it is blood or nerves or muscles or whatever, they are all nothing but cells. And cell, you know that they are changing all the time, and that the cells change, they totally replace every 12 years, but you survive. A few decades ago, the science has confirmed the fact that every cell that you're born with, after 12 years, they all don't exist. So in fact, if your body is born with a certain number of cells, after 12 years, none of them will remain and you very much survive. And these are not something which is, it's not a belief. When I say that the body is not I, it is not something which you, because Gita says, then you have to believe it. These are certain facts that you need to recognize, because the body is nothing but cells, and our own own discoveries in science say that the cells are changing all the time. At cellular level, every moment there is a change, and every 12 years each cell of your body is gone, as opposed to what we think, that the body continues, but at a cellular level there are changes. So therefore, we not only have the conclusion that I am the body and suffer the sense of being born and dying, but there is another thing. How many of us suffer from complexes around the body? In fact, they say that in India, what sells the most in terms of makeup is Fair and Lovely. And Fair and Lovely, which promises to whiten your skin. So how many complexes are we carrying centered on the my I notion in the body? Okay? And these are all illegitimate problems that we have created for ourselves because we have not understood properly the relationship between the body and I. The body is not an I, it is an object which is changing at any given point in time. It is intelligently put together, but it is not I. Nattvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaha nachaiva na bhavishyamaha sarve vayamatah param.